Hello, crew. How's everybody going? Gosh, if I can't keep up with Facebook, how are you guys going? Oh my gosh. Facebook. There's so many changes coming. It's difficult to keep up with. But wake up this morning, because it's morning in my part of the world, go to Facebook to check something, and voila, I've got the new rollout, which I haven't had. Some of you have had that feature, and this isn't even what my live today is going to be like. Is going to be about. There's a new feature that I was going to talk to you about, and I'm still going to talk to you about that. But what I'm sharing now is over and above what I'm going to share with you on this live. That I woke up to do, check something on Facebook, and it's like, whoa, that looks a whole lot different. Let me change it back. Oh, hang on, you're not going to let me change it back. So I'm curious, have you all got the new desktop rollout? So it does require going to a computer to check, because that's what it's all about, the new look. Some of you may have had the new look for quite a while, but it seems as of now, Facebook has rolled it out universally, supposedly. I'd love to know if there's still some of you that have got the old look, and we don't have a choice to change it back. However, when I went to one of my groups, there was a button there that's saying, if you want to go back to the classic view, push the button. So I don't have that anywhere else, but in one of my groups, I did. So this is going to force some of us to move with the new format. Even if you don't like it, it is different. People don't like change. We're used to what we're used to. So we're just going to have to get used to it for those of you that have got it, and you can't revert back. So I don't think that every single one of you watching this live or on the replay that it's all rolled out to, or you can't switch back, or you haven't got the old version. But supposedly today, Facebook's like, nah, new version, don't want you guys to be able to switch back, here you go. So I'd be interested and curious to know who has and who hasn't. So if you haven't logged into Facebook today from your computer, if you've sat on your phone, you're not going to know any difference. This is from the computer, okay? So it's the desktop layout, not the phone. Your phone's going to look exactly the same, okay? Now, please be warned that there are a lot of glitches. There's a lot of still things that don't work. There's buttons that bring up error messages. There's, you'll click on a tab and it says, your Facebook doesn't support this feature. This is unavailable. So just don't get hung up on that kind of stuff, guys, if you've got the new look Facebook on computer, because it's just the way that it is. So be patient and just know that there are a lot of bugs on pages and groups with the new rollout. So if you're seeing things that don't work, if buttons don't go where they're meant to go, if things don't look the same, it just is what it is. So just know that this is, happened. And if you don't have it now, then it should happen very, very shortly that you get this new look sort of Facebook if you haven't already. Now, previously, Facebook announced this April 2019 that they were doing it. So this is not something that we should be surprised about, because we've been warned about it. And some of you have had it for some time, but you've switched back to the original version because you didn't like the new version. Now, supposedly we don't have that option, although I did see the option on my group. So, I've just woke up to this. It's still morning in my part of the world, so I'm just still trying to work it out myself. But we do have to embrace it, whether we like it or not. There's things that just aren't there anymore. Like, on a business page where you've got your story on the side, and it would be a nice picture of you. Hopefully you put a nice picture in there, and it gave you the ability to, put some details about yourself and, who you are and a bit of background, and give people an opportunity to learn a little bit more about you. Apparently that's gone, just gone. So those of you on my branding course next week, when we look at pages, it's gonna be a whole lot different. It actually makes some of the training outdated. So I'll have to work with you guys on that with the new format and how we set up a new page or amend a new page. So we're all learning, together. Now, on that, and this is still not what I was going to talk to you about today, so I will get to that because there's another update that I'll share with you, and I'll share my screen as to where you can find it if you've got it. And this new update might be something newer people, or those people not doing any kind of email marketing. You might like this new feature, so I'll get to that in a moment. I also want to share with you those of you that are watching from my group that are in my free group. Lots of you put questions underneath my lives as I talk about new features, and you're like, well, I can't see that, or I don't have that option, or, mine doesn't look like that. And you often drop questions underneath my lives. I will, more often than not, guys, miss those questions for two reasons. I am everywhere. I've got lots of groups, business page, coaching community, so I'm not always going to see your questions. Facebook doesn't always show me your questions because it filters the comments that it shows me after a live. Now, if you've written a lot of words and it's got, keywords that it's like, and it's a bit of a conversation, I'll probably see it. But sometimes I don't even see what you've written because Facebook hasn't prioritized it as something important for me to see. So what I want to recommend to you guys that have questions, I'm broadcasting in two different places at the moment. That's one on my business page and one in my free group. So it is a free group called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. So I closed it off just recently, but I'm opening up again the ability for you guys to post in there. So what I want you to encourage you guys to do is help each other out in asking questions and answering them. So I want you to use that group to start using some dialogue and put separate questions, but not under these lives where I'm going to miss them. If you've got a question, go to the social media group, put a post in the group. I'm allowing that. The posting permission has been taken off. And you can ask questions in that group, and guys, help each other out. Some of you are much more knowledgeable than others, but I can't answer everybody's questions underneath my lives. So I really want you to use that group, and it's a free group, to help each other out with your questions. So is that cool, guys? Because I think you can get quicker answers, things that I'm missing. There's one of me and lots of you. So if we can enable you to put questions in that group and somebody can come to your rescue before I've even seen it, isn't that a cool thing to do? So I'd really encourage you guys in that social media group, if you've got something you can't find, something I've mentioned on a live but you don't know the answer, put a post in that group and let's all help each other out. So let's make that group a little bit more interactive so you can get some answers regarding, all these changes that are happening in social media, okay? So I want to open that up to you as a bit of a solution to get your questions answered, just in case I miss them, okay? So we've got the desktop rollout. I'm giving you the ability to post in that group, but I warn you, if anybody does any spammy things in there, if you use that group for your own self-interest to put a post in there about your company or a watch party of something that you're trying to promote, you will be booted out very quickly. That's no different to what I've done in the past. So I won't put up with spam in that group. It's just the way that it is. It's not fair. We're all there to help each other, not abuse the people that are in that community. I'm very protective of my communities, and so that doesn't change. Okay. A reminder up above, the next round of my branding course does start on Monday. So if you have not sorted out your brand, you're here, there, and everywhere on social media, please join us starting Monday. I work with you for a few weeks on your brand, and there's live Zoom calls that we will do together where we will talk about your brand and your direction and what you want to achieve and what problems you want to solve and, how it's going to look on your page graphically and all those kind of things. So just remember, those of you in my online crew coaching community, you get a $50 discount to that. It's the only course I do separate to my coaching community because it's so important to really dive deep on. So anyone in my coaching community wanting to do it, please message me for the discounted link. Do not use that link up above. Now, also on this live, but you have to stick around because I've got that update for you, but stick around because I am pulling out the name out of the bowl for a one-on-one call with me and lifetime membership. Somebody on this live is going to win that. Now, the people that were eligible for that are those that bought a ticket to the DNL, which is Digital Network Alive, the event that we had last weekend digitally, for people to learn the latest and greatest regarding digital marketing. So those that bought a ticket, your name is in that bowl, and I will do that live so you know that it literally is, I'm picking somebody out of the bowl. So stay with us, okay? So I'm just going to say a few quick hellos. I know I'm taking a while before I get into the content today, but all that is pretty important. Hello, Crystal. How are you? Good to see you on. We've got Gloria here. Crystal and Gloria are both life members of our coaching community. Hello, Lynn. She's in the coaching community as well. Good to see you here. Hello, Edith. We've got Beth in the house as well. We've got Susan here. We've got Cindy. We've got Monica. Hello, Shirley. Good to see you on live. Hello, Olive. Saw another change. Yes, another change today. I saw. Yes, exactly. Hello, Megan. No, I don't have it yet. Interesting. So have you been on your computer today and you still got the old version? Is that right, Edith? Yes, I have the new desktop and cannot change it back. Thank you, Olive. Hi, Clarissa. How are you? Still awake? You must be a bit of a night owl. I know Claritta's from the UK, so up late again. Good to see you here, though. Hello, Heather. We've got Sandy. I've had it a week. Oh, my word. So there's lots of people that have had it for a while, but there was lots of us that didn't, that now overnight, it's just, there it is. Hey, Helen, so glad this week is over. It's been one of those weeks, Laurie. Hey, Ford, how are you? No worries. That's what I'm here for. Mine looked the same today. So that is the old classic version. Beth, is that what you mean? Hello, Andrew. Good to see you on. Hello, Steph. So blessed to have you keeping us up on all these Facebook updates, tips and tricks. So we want to get you guys ahead of the game. Not yet for Megan. Interesting. Haven't logged into my computer yet today. Oh, okay. So that might solve that problem. Hello, Judy and Bob. Supposedly we can change back in the groups, yep, but it didn't work in the group today. Got a message saying, they're working on fixing it. Okay, I might do that live because I've still got to open in the background. We might have a little play with that, Olive. I'm fumbling through it. Very true. I changed back to the old right away. It was about a month or two. Yeah, so some of you have had the change. What I'd be interested to know, Steph, is have you reverted back to the new version and can't change back? It's just going to be interesting and people are confused. So just go with the confusion, guys. It'll sort itself out. But this is sort of kind of what's happened today. I have a button saying, do you want to try the new version? Interesting. Okay. How are you? Me. Super glad this week is over. Yeah, I think I caught that before. I hope you're okay, Laurie. Susan's one of our life members and VIP as well. I've not been able to use my laptop in a while, so I'm not sure. Okay, well, that's fair enough. Oh, not seen. I've been on my laptop all day. You may need to close it down and reopen it to see it. You do not like the new format, tried it, switched it back to the old version. Boo, do not want the new one. So I think we're just all going to be forced to use the new one. So, hey, Emma, how are you? You have the new desktop, Andrew. Hey, Aldith, how are you? Cindy's one of our VIPs. Hey, no resisting the changes, onwards and upwards. Great attitude, Rick. Don't think I can remember the old one as not on computer much. Okay, so you do most things on your phone. I've had it for a while and I can change it back. Can you still change it back, Cindy? That's what I'm interested to know. Those that have had it for a while, can you still change it back or is that option gone? Hey, Donna, great to see you on. I've had warnings every day that it was coming. Interesting. I've not seen any of those warnings. I'm great. Thank you, Andrew, for asking. Hi, Janet. We got Anna on as well. If you still have a tab open in the old style, it works. You can see the old Facebook. As soon as you click a link or move, then you get the new. Interesting. They're being sneaky about it. Hi, Dita. Good to see you on. We've got Marcella as well. Sounds good. Very cool. The questions will be more prominent. Yep, absolutely. Just, that's going back to the group thing. Just want to give you guys some more support in asking questions and getting answered. And I would encourage you all to do that in the social media group, okay? Yes, it's so nice to not stay stuck. Morning, Michael. How are you? Can I put some pictures of native Australian fauna in the group? No, you cannot, Rick. Stay away. Keep that to your Facebook stories, okay? Have a great weekend. Thank you, everyone. Woohoo. Who is it going to be? The winner. We'll get there in a minute. Hello, Miss Amber. Great to see you on. Sorry, VIP is total failure. What's going on, Laurie? Something's going on in your part of the world. I don't have it. Hey, Andrea, how are you? No change for you. Okay, so it will be interesting. Yes, I can change it back. Okay, so there's no real one theme to this, guys. I've tried the new a few times over the last couple of months, keep switching it back to old. So I have no doubt somewhere along the line that ability is going to be taken away from you, and we are just going to be, I mean, when they build a new version of something, that's obviously where they want people to be. So if you haven't been locked out of the old version yet, somewhere along the line, I would anticipate that you will be, and we'll all be forced into the new format. So we're going to have to deal with it. It's all change. People don't like change, especially on social media. You just get used to something and then it changes. And it's like, oh, I knew what I was doing before. Now I don't know where anything is. So I sort of we're going to be forced into this. Now, what was the update that I was going to share with you? Now, the new update that I'm going to share with you, not everybody has it. I don't have it. And I'm going to show you on my screen. I'll share my screen regarding where you can find it. Now, I would not use this feature, but I'm at a different stage of my business to some of you. So this is regarding email. Facebook is rolling out a new feature. This is business pages only, guys, not personal profile. They're giving you the ability, so it's rolling out. So I'll show, once again, I'll show you on screen in a minute where you can find it. You can see whether you've got it or not. And they're going to enable you to have a Facebook email. So you'll need to know what your Facebook email is. And as long as you've got an email address from somebody, you can email them through Facebook. So newbies, this might be good for you if you don't know anything about email marketing, you don't have an email marketing program, you don't use an email marketing software, but you want the ability to, let's say it's somebody's birthday. And, apart from a messenger, maybe you're not connected, or, it's somebody on your business page, so you're not friends with them, something like that. If you've got their email address, you could send them an email and say, happy birthday. Like it is an opportunity to build relationships a bit more. Here's my concern around it. The beautiful thing about collecting email addresses is that it's yours. It's your asset to own. We don't own Facebook. Facebook can shut you down any day, and all your fans and followers and all your content is gone. This is also another thing from Facebook that they own. So you could build up this nice little email marketing thing you've got going in Facebook, but if you get shut down, that's gone as well. So I'm not sure I'm sold on this one. But for those of you that don't have like an established sort of email, not opportunity, because you can create the opportunity, but an email program, it could be something you could use on a small sort of basis. So jury's out a little bit for me on this one. So it could be good for some with really smaller businesses. Some of you may have free email marketing programs that you use. Like MailChimp is one of the widely used ones that you can set up for free, and you can sort of email from there. So some of you might have that. I shared this though, there is a warning with that. I shared this with my coaching community probably a month or so ago about this. MailChimp, if they get any kind of inkling that your business has got anything to do with network marketing or affiliate marketing, they'll boot you out of their software program. MailChimp do not want anybody to do with network marketing or even affiliate marketing, supposedly, on their on their email marketing platform. So if you're just collecting emails to get on a database and a newsletter, or let's stay connected, it's not a problem. Don't stress, guys. But if you grow your email marketing database and you start emailing people about offers you've got, or join me in my business type things, or watch this video or webinar or something like that, and it's to do with your network marketing company, then you could suddenly find yourself shut down from your email list. And so those who are using MailChimp, always keep whatever emails you collect in MailChimp, just keep another, like a Google Sheet or something like that, as a bit of protection, that you could import them in another software program if you need to somewhere down the line. Okay, but what I'm going to show you is where this email thing is. You can have a look whether you've got it or not. I'm not saying to you, even if you've got it, to use it. I'm just sharing with you. It's just good to keep you guys updated. Like, do you agree with what's there, what you can use? Because some things could work really well for you. And others of you that are a bit more experienced in your business with this particular feature, I would encourage you just to stay with what you're doing and not use this feature over what you've already established. Does that make sense, guys? So I'm going to share my screen. I've got a couple of things on my screen, and I'm going to, I think I'll like Olive said, it does have the option in a group, which I've seen. I mentioned earlier to revert back to the old Facebook format, but her button wasn't working and it came up with an error message to change back. So I'm going to try that on screen with you guys and let's see what happens. Only because I've still got my group open in the background because I was looking at it before I came on live. Okay, so we'll try that as well when I share my screen. So the visual that I'm going to give you is going to be a bit blurred because I've blown it up so you guys can see it, but you'll get the gist of where it is, okay? So just bear with me while I share my screen. Share my entire screen. Okay, so, oops, hang on. So what I want to go to this one first, okay? So I'm hoping that you guys can see. I know it's going to be blurry, guys, but just get the gist of where it is. So this is in Business Manager. So you're in the back end of your business page. I'm just going to try to see if I can pull up my live just to check. Yeah, okay, all good. Now, can you see? So just trust me if you can't sort of read it, but you can see, so you want to go to your page. So let me just back up a bit. You're on Facebook, you're on your computer. You go to your business page. As I said, this is not available to those on their personal profile. It's only business pages. Once you're in your page, go to your inbox. Can you see at the top of the page? I don't know whether you can or not because it's going to be quite small. There's the blue line under the word inbox. So go to your inbox on your page on your computer, okay? Now, when you're in your inbox, you're going to see these options on the left-hand side that say messages, all messages, messenger, Instagram direct. I can't even read it myself. But can you see the one that's got the blue box next to it and it says marketing emails? Underneath, automated responses. There's wording there that says marketing emails, and then the bottom one says contacts. So this is how you can check if you've got it, if you've got this new feature, is if you've got this thing called marketing emails. Now, my options stop at automated responses. I don't have marketing emails and I don't have contacts. So the purpose of the contacts is that you upload email addresses into your page here, and that's who you're going to email out to. But you can click that box, marketing emails, and that'll bring up other options, which then you've got to go through and accept some terms and conditions to use this feature. But then you can upload your emails and you can use like an email marketing system within Facebook to email from Facebook. Okay, so that's how you can check, and it's got a little bit of information there. Send marketing emails from your page. So you may or may not see this yet. I don't know. You'll have to check, okay? What I want to share with you, though, also is some information from this article. So this is what it'll look like when you get in there. Once you agree to Facebook's usage terms, you can then create email campaigns via the Pages app, with a preview of your subject line and content in the lower section, making it easy to extend into email outreach. So it's telling you add contacts with email addresses to continue, and then you'll follow this kind of format. So who's the contacts, your subject line, and what are you writing to them, okay? But also what I want to show you is what your email would look like. Can you see this here? This is what your email address would be for Facebook. It would be your business name. So my name of my page, my URL is Helen Martin Online. So my Facebook email address would be helenmartinonline.mailbyfb.com. And that could be where I email out my contacts if I don't have any other facility to or software to email people. So this is not something I'm going to use because I've already got an email marketing software program that, you know, I've been running for quite a while, and I'm not going to do this over that. That is my asset that I'm building. And there's enough risk with Facebook with our pages and things like that to then suddenly, you know, use this. So I think this will be good for newbies that don't want to go down the marketing software angle just yet, but would like the ability to have an email relationship with people, because email marketing does enable you to build up relationships with people. You can send them offers, you could send them birthday messages, you could send them, just repurpose content that you've already done. So it might be a Facebook Live that you've done, and you've got the replay link there. So did you catch my training today? Etc. So you can start this sort of email marketing. So I would be intrigued to know if any of you have looked at this while you've been on this live to see whether you've got it or not. And I can put the link to this article in the comments section of the live. Please just remember, when I do that, it only appears on my business page. For some reason, it doesn't populate to my group because I'm broadcasting in both places. So you won't see the link to this article when I put it in the comments section. If you're watching from the group, you'll need to go back to my business page to sort of find it. But if I click this link here and I copy that, just remind me to paste it in a second, because while I'm here sharing my screen, there's one thing I want to go back to. This. So this is the social media group that some of you would actually be watching from now. This is what the format looks like now. So this is very different to the old format that I'm used to. So I did notice this. Now, this is what Olive said she tried before and it didn't work. It got an error message. So let's try it on screen and see what happens. So I switched to classic Facebook. Ready, set, go. Same message. So there's obviously lots of bugs, so as Olive mentioned before, she couldn't get it working, and obviously neither can I. Something went wrong. We're working on getting it fixed as soon as we can. So, I can't even go back to, the old version, even if I want to, because the button doesn't even work. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing here and go back to StreamYard, and now I'm going to paste. So I'm just going to put that in the chat, guys. So that's going to populate in a minute in the chat of this Facebook Live. I copied to that article if you want to know more about that, email sort of marketing. So Olive has it, obviously. It says I can select my audience. So maybe I can send emails to an audience like an ad. So maybe I can send emails to an audience like an ad. Yeah, so if you're used to selecting different audiences for ads, this would work, I think, in a similar way. So it's an interesting one. No, Megan, this is, so yeah, a good question. So we wouldn't actually be getting their actual email addresses. No, you have to upload them to the contacts. So somewhere along the line, so it doesn't, unless there's something deeper in the feature that allows you to do that. So it's brand new, I don't know, but it's giving you would have to get the email addresses from somewhere else and upload them. So it's not giving you the ability to collect email addresses. Now that might be handy, especially for newbies, if there was something there and then. But again, that would be Facebook collecting them. So I would want to be keeping a backup like Google Sheet or something like that as what those email address. So we would only have their Facebook or email address. So no, this is, any kind of email address that you collect outside, then you can upload those, any email address, however you sort of collect them, you upload them and then you can market to them from the Facebook platform. So if you've already got some kind of email marketing software, I wouldn't worry too much about this one, but it may be handy for people that are newer. Does that make sense? Okay, so do you think, let me know. I'm curious to see whether you think you might look into that, or whether you've already got something else going on regarding email marketing. I'd be curious to know whether any of you think you might look into that feature, or even whether you have it or not would also be interesting. I don't have it, so I can't look into it any more than what I've showed you, because I don't have it to play around with as yet. Okay. So, but, interesting to know that it's there, and it may be good for some of you. So if you don't know it's there, you don't know to sort of go and have a look around and play with it. Okay, so that was the new update. So we've talked about the new rollout of Facebook. Obviously that groups thing didn't work because I just did that live with you on screen. We've talked about this new Facebook feature, which is an enabling email marketing. But can you get a feel for all the different things that Facebook, and they warned us, like the F8 Developers Conference last year, Facebook said if you want to, really grow on their platform, you must have a business page. So I know there's a lot of network marketers that are still hanging out in their personal profile, and they get mentally caught up with, but I get more engagement over there. Of course you do. You've had your personal profile for probably 5, 10, 15 years if you've been around, since the beginning, and everybody hanging out there generally knows who you are. So you will get a lot more engagement and interaction from people on your personal profile than a newer business page. So just put that into perspective. What disappoints me for some people is because they get caught up with the emotion of that. Well, I get more love over here, so I'm going to hang out over here, is the opportunity that you're missing to grow over here on a business page, because the future is on a business page. Have a look at all the things that we are now getting on business pages. Even the ability to do email, like we are just going to get more and more and more features on business pages. So while you're still hanging out on your personal profile and creating curiosity and intrigue, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't ignore a business page, or don't not have a business page because somebody told you it's a distraction and it's not a good thing. Moving forward in online marketing, business pages is where you're going to get the most traction, because they're moving towards personal profiles going back to being really, really private. Okay, so it's just watch the trends, guys, and look what's coming out, and the features that you are being made available to you, they're all on business pages. Not necessarily personal profiles. Some are, but there's lots and lots of more things coming for business pages. Okay, so now, are you ready for now? Again, just a reminder: if you've got questions around any of this, or you don't know where to find things, or you got confusion, I am encouraging you now to use the free group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, to move your questions from underneath my lives and actually put a post in the group and help each other out with all this kind of stuff. Let's create more of a questions and answer type group, rather than it's just all coming from me and you all want my answers. It just becomes, as the bigger it just gets harder to do that. But I want to help you guys get answers and have the ability to ask questions. Make sense? Okay. Now, okay. Sandy, you can just watch the replay for that. Where was that email under again? But just to quickly, you just asked a question. Just go to your inbox for your business page, inbox, and it'll either be there or it won't be there under the words automated messaging. So if you don't see it, you don't have it. Okay. All right, so are we ready? Last thing we need to do is one lucky person who bought a ticket to Digital Networker Live, the event we had last weekend digitally for digital marketers. I offered a special bonus that somebody that bought a ticket would get a one-on-one coaching call with me and lifetime membership to my coaching community. So all those names are in here, and I want to do this live so you know that it is actually completely random. So I'm just going to put my hand in here, and all those names that had bought tickets, your names are in here, and I'm just going to pull out one name. So who wants to win? Who wants to win lifetime membership to my coaching community, where I do boot camps every single month? We do a live Q&A call. I'll just massage them here. We do a live Q&A call every single month. I go in there and give people updates first before I share them anywhere else. So one lucky person is going to win. Okay, I have one name. Who's feeling lucky? Hopefully I can read it. I will show you. Anybody know this person? Is she on live? I don't know if I've seen Michelle on live today or not. But Michelle has just won herself. That's pretty cool, Michelle. Congratulations. You have just won yourself a coaching call with me and free lifetime membership to my coaching community. So for those that missed out, I'm sorry, but Michelle is our lucky winner today. If she's not on live, but you know Michelle, can somebody tag her in this video? Because I'm hoping she's pretty excited about winning that. And we're going to have a coaching call. So Michelle, reach out to me so we can get you underway and organize that. And to those of you that missed out, there are other things that come up along the way that I give out, little prizes for. So don't ever give up hope that you can't win life membership, because things come up every now and again that I do offer that out. But seriously, congratulations, Michelle. That I'm very happy for you. That's awesome. And hopefully you see that as a massive, massive bonus for buying your ticket. With everything else that you learnt for the actual event, you've got a massive, massive bonus. Okay. So lots going on. Do you not agree? Like, man, it's hard to keep up with social media sometimes, isn't it, guys? But that's what I'm here for, because I try to keep my eyes and ears open for everything that's going on. And if there's things that I think you can help you, obviously I'm going to bring them to your attention. So thank you for those of you that are being here with me on this live today. Remember, use the social media group for questions if you've got them, and help each other out, guys, with things that you want to know about. Remember, last call for the branding course starts on Monday. If you need to sort out your brand, those in the coaching community, you get a big discount to that. So make sure you message me for the discounted link. Do not use that link above, okay? So it's the weekend. It's actually a long weekend for us here in, is it Australia or just South Australia? I can't remember if it's just us or the whole country. I'm going to take it anyway. It gets me off the hook. Oh my gosh, guys, the gym's reopened. I've got to start teaching classes again. I haven't done anything with weights for I don't know how many weeks. I don't know how I'm going to teach a class. So I've got off the hook, because this Monday is actually a public holiday, so the gym doesn't open on public holidays. But the next Monday, it will be, and I'll have to teach my class again. It's like, oh no, I'm going to be hurting. But for this week, we're going to have a lovely long weekend. So for those of you in my part of the world, have a lovely long weekend. For the rest of you, just have an awesome weekend anyway, and I will see you back normal time next week. Let's see if there's any other updates, that I can share with you. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can settle down a little bit. But honestly, guys, have an amazing weekend. Thank you for being here with me this week. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here and to, interact with you guys. So, yeah, I've got, you're quite right, Olive. I've got 1 week to get into shape. I'm not quite sure if that's possible, but at least if I can start lifting some kind of weights, I might not be so sore the Monday after. So we shall see. Anyway, have a great weekend, guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.